Mike Moore Media.
This program is sponsored by PSI, Pump Pipe Sales and Service, Buy Right Supermarket, and Crossroads Pharmacy. Our man in Stokesdale, Frank Bruno, is on the line. Hey, Frank, how are you?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I know you're on the road, you're traveling, but it's good to catch up with you there. And I hope people have been to your Facebook page, Stokesdale Now, to find out what's going on all around the area, because that's like a community bulletin board, I guess, so to speak, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've been using it for that, and I go around each week and look at events either in Stokesdale within, driving distance that people could go to, so they, have a way to look up what's happening in the area. Mm-hmm. What's nice is I finally got somebody last week, and it worked out fantastic. They were having a community yard sale, and they messaged me a picture of the ad that they were using.
Yeah.
And I put it on the Stokesdale Now page, and we got a lot of people looking at it. So if anybody out there, even if you're having your own yard sale and you've got a flyer made up or just something we can post for you, let me know. And if we can, drive traffic to your event, that's the whole point of that site.
Sure.
There aren't, and I was looking around there, the Stokesdale Marketplace that's up off of 220, they do a lot of weekend events, and they're really good about sending me their stuff. But I haven't gotten much sent in, so I don't mind searching. But if you got, if anybody out there has an event and wants to send it to me, I'm more than, I'll put it up there for you.
Yeah.
And help you advertise it. And the sooner the better. They got theirs to me last week. I believe it was Wednesday, and we got it posted right away. And their event was Friday and Saturday.
Need a little more time.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of what we're. If we can get it as soon as I can get it out there, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I've even posted events for. I love just travel around the state to go to things.
Yeah.
The Renaissance Festival is coming back this year again.
Yeah,
I've already posted that. And that's in October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Well, I see that one on Stokesdale Now, and I see a big Pig Out in Pilot Mountain coming up in June. Yeah. That's about a month away, a little bit more. Yeah. You've got all kinds of good things on the site.
Yeah, any events, we want to get as many local things up there as possible, but I'll put anything, like I said, out there that we can. You guys can drive. And I hate to say drive, so I drive all over the state. So,
yeah.
But I'm trying to stay as local as possible. One of the big events last year that I really missed, and anybody, if you haven't been to it, it's a great event, is the Balloon Festival in Statesville.
Oh, yeah.
That is an amazing event. And, of course, they had to cancel it last year. And I'm hoping they get it back again this year. But it is, if you guys get a chance to go to that. If they do announce it, I'll put that up. Mm-hmm. And that's usually the first or second weekend in October.
Okay.
But I'll let everybody know when that comes up. But the only thing I know in Stokesdale right now, I've done this for, I guess this is the 11th or 12th year. I have to go back and look. But we're going to be doing the 9/11 ceremony again this year it's on a Saturday. And it'll be at the Stokesdale Fire Department in downtown Stokesdale, and the event will start at 11 o'clock. And I've done this ceremony again. This is for 11 or 12 years. This is the 20th anniversary of 9/11, which is amazing to think about.
It really is.
That was 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And we do have one of the, and I apologize, I forgot to get his name. One of the Eagle Scouts did a project at the Stokesdale Fire Department around the flagpole. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do a dedication for that also on that day.
Oh, good.
So it'll be a great event. Come out, enjoy the day. It's on a Saturday. So, we don't plan a day. It's just going to be on 9/11, which happens to be Saturday this year. Mm-hmm. But being on a Saturday, I hope to get more of the community out there.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Last year we had we had about, probably about 60 people come out last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a pretty big event. So if anybody wants, there's really not much to do to help with that event. But if anybody wants to volunteer, put out flyers or as we get closer, just help advertise it, let me know, and I can get some more information about it. But that'll be posted on the website pretty soon. I didn't want to put it up too early, but it'll be up there probably within the next month or so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we'll look for that. And then again, people just get that information to you. And a key word to get all of this publicity, free. It's absolutely free, folks.
Yes, free publicity. You can't beat. And just go to the Stokesdale Now webpage and message me. And especially if you do have a flyer for your event, if you send that to me, I'll post the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a link to the event, give me the link for a website. I'll put that up. Whatever you have, again, free advertising. You can't beat it.
No, always good. Yeah, free is always good. Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else we need to mention before we move along here?
A couple of just quick things. Some people may or may not know, but there is a what I call midterm election in Stokesdale this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have, I believe, it's the mayor and one council seat. So it would be great to have some new faces on the council starting next year. If anybody is interested or has questions about it, I was on the council for 8 years and on the planning board for a few years, so I kind of know the ins and outs of what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody is interested, we'd love to have some younger people get in there, just some people who are, want to lead. We do need some really strong leadership. So if anybody's interested, again, if they'd like to talk to me, that's great. Message me, and we can set up a time. I believe, and I probably have the dates wrong, but I know probably the 2 weeks in June, or July, right after the 4th of July weekend, is when you would put your name in to get on the ballot. But that all that information will be on the Guilford County Board of Elections website.
Okay.
But if anybody's interested, let me know. It'd be great to have some new people on there and see some people get involved. The other thing I know, this is a lot of people may or may not know this, but the state budgets, every budget in the state of North Carolina ends June 30th.
Yeah.
The state budget and all the town budgets. So the towns are all the local towns, wherever you're listening from, they're in the process of doing their budgeting for next year. So if you're interested in having them do any projects or do anything in the town, now's the time to voice your opinion because they have to have their budgets completed and approved by their June meetings if they go into effect on July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever town you're listening from, go and you want something done, now's the time to get them to do it. Once they start July and their budget's done, it's really hard to get any money allocated for any projects.
Mm-hmm.
So now would be the time. So, and I know, I believe most towns, especially with the new everything being listed now, are probably meeting live.
Yeah,
So
they are, and some are doing kind of still a hybrid meeting. I think Wentworth is still doing that, but I was at Eden City Council last night. That was a 3-hour meeting, Frank. They had some zoning issues, and people came out to say their piece, speak their word on that.
Yeah.
And that was, and then it went in executive session after that. I don't know what time they finished, but
that's always an interesting. 3 hours.
You've been there, done that, but but their budget was approved last night, and several others here in Rockingham County. So people are getting ahead of that. It looks like before that June meeting in a lot of cases. Yes.
So I mentioned, now that you mentioned zoning, I'm going to mention something to people just so they understand how that whole process works, because I know for if you're say you're a neighbor of a property that's getting rezoned and you want to voice your opinion, when they do a zoning hearing, they're looking for fact. And what I mean by fact is if you're going to come into a meeting and say, this is going to affect the traffic in my area, come in with facts. Have some, go to the DOT, get a study, do something, go online, bring something, because the only thing they're going to consider is facts. You can say all you want, I think this is going to affect my property value, or I think this is going to affect the traffic in the area, but without any proof, they'll listen, but they can't use that as part of their decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Community, if a whole community bands together and has a petition, signs it, and says, we don't want this rezone because of this, it still doesn't mean anything unless they have some facts to back it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
point.
That's how a planning department works. So the frustrating part about that is the people getting rezoned know that, and the people arguing against it usually don't.
Mm.
So because they're not represented, they're just, and I feel the same way they do. If I have a strong opinion, I want to voice it, but you need to have facts to back it up. So if you can, and get anything, I mean, anything you can possibly bring to you that is, towards your point of view, bring it with you.
Sure, that really helps your case, makes your point.
Yeah, because it does get frustrating. I've talked to citizens after we've done a rezoning and it didn't go their way, and I've explained to them after, and a lot of them have said, well, I wish I knew that before this meeting. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I'm always trying to educate people and let them know when you're going to do that, bring as many facts as you can, because that's what they're going to look at.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help out some. If that helps one person, I'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, that's well to get that piece of advice from somebody who's been there for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, as I said, I know you're on the road, so we'll let you get back to focusing on your driving. But it's always good to talk to you, Frank. Thank you.
Yeah, great. And again, anybody, you got any events coming up, let me know, and I will get them out there for you.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Stokesdale Now on Facebook.
Great.
Thank you, Frank. I'll see you soon.
Great.
All
Thank you.
right.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
That's our man in Stokesdale, Frank Bruno. Let me remind you about our sponsors. I mentioned them right at the beginning, but a little bit more. Buy Right Supermarket, still not in their new location, but coming soon. Oh, that's going to be so nice. I'm going to get down and see David Wren here, hopefully in the next week, and see if we can get a target date on that for you. But I was on their Facebook page right before Frank and I started talking, and I see all kinds of specials you can order online now. Steaks and seafood and chicken, all of those things you'll be needing for your cookouts, maybe on the way to the lake. Stop at Buy Right. People from close by, of course, go, but from far away, and they come and get those meat specials, still cutting meat with the butchers there, fresh daily all the time. It's a family there, too, at Buy Right Supermarket. And then we have Crossroads Pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved. Crossroads Pharmacy is on NC Highway 68 North. April and the folks there do a great job. Personal service always at Crossroads Pharmacy. And if you if you're in the immediate area, like a 10-mile radius, free delivery there from the pharmacy. Then they have that curbside service right out front. And self-pay, that's always a good program there to check on. And then Crossroads Pharmacy now has a Madison location right beside Fuzzy's on North Highway Street. You'll always appreciate the good service you get there from those folks at Crossroads Pharmacy. And then there's PSI, Pump Pipe Sales and Service, residential and industrial water piping pump professionals. That's what we can call them for sure. The region's largest independent wholesale distributor of plumbing, drainage, pumps, valves, fittings, erosion control, hoses, power equipment, small and large tools, and they can help you with everything you need, residential and down on the farm. They do a great job. Years and years of experience there, too. They've been in business for a long time there at PSI, Pump Pipe Sales and Service. Glad to recommend them to you as well. And again, be sure to visit Frank Bruno's Facebook page, Stokesdale Now. If you have something coming up, any event in the region, Frank will promote that for you free. And then I'll direct you to the town website, and that is Stokesdale.org. And I remind you, as always, to shop locally and support our many businesses in Stokesdale.